Hello dear friends. In the last few slides we have seen about the concept of the motivation. See, as again to recap, motivation plays a very important role as far as reaching to the targets. And you know that managing a group of people is never easy. In the organization you will be leading your team. In the organization there are so many teams actually. And when the persons are working in a team, it is a requirement of a team leader to keep everybody encouraged and motivated. Unless and until we keep them motivated, they will not be attaining their goals. So attaining a goal is the basic purpose and the main purpose you can say as far as organizational purpose is concerned. Now as I am saying, managing a group of people is never easy because group consists of different personalities. This is very important to say. Nobody is same. My dear friends, everybody in the team is different than each other. And when we say that everybody in the team is different than each other, their personalities are different, their interests are different, their needs are different, their aspirations are different, their goals are different, their individual goals are different. So when we see about this, it becomes very difficult for the team leader to get them under the magnifying glass, wherein we can very well get everybody's efforts properly focused on a focal length. So because of that, motivation plays a very important role. But does the motivation one formula works on everybody as a team? No. Again, coming back to the same thing that personalities are different, and when the personalities, interest, aspirations are different, one formula never works. So we have to have the customized formula as far as motivating team members. So for that, if you are managing your team or leading your team, it's essential to know certain things, and there are very important three things are there which are very important to understand. The first thing is that to understand that what motivates your team members. You have to learn all these things. While interacting with everybody, you can judge, you can read them, you can read their personalities, you can read their needs, and then only you can talk about, you will come to know that what motivates your team members. The second important thing is that how they respond to feedback and praise. See, this is also very important to understand. Once you are working with a team, once you are interacting with a team, once you are leading your team, it is always very important to say that because you are always giving a feedback. You are giving a feedback to your team members. When the feedback is being given, how the team members are reacting to that. Some may react verbally. Some may react by a body language, or you can read their expressions. This is very important. So giving a feedback, and many a times we keep them praising. So when we keep them praising, are they coming to a level where they feel that okay, I am doing my best. But praising also has to be a sensitive. Praising has to be in such a manner that we can give them that yes, still sky is the limit for your working as such. And the third important thing is that what task fit them well. Everybody has different capacities. Everybody has different capabilities. So when we say that everybody is capable of different things, it is not that everybody can get the same work done in a right manner. So it is very important to say that we have to analyze that which is the task fit the person A properly, a person B properly, a person C properly in your team. And once we say that, then we are understanding our team member. We start understanding our team member. So my dear friends, coming back again to the same one, that while leading your team, you have to motivate everybody, and while motivating, you need to understand the personalities. This is very important. So when we talk about that, and here you know that there are some kind of theories which are coming in. There are many different forces that guide and direct our motivations. This is very interesting. There are many different forces that guide and direct our motivations. Now, which are these forces? We'll see. It's important to ensure that every team member in an organization is motivated and meets the goal, achieving the targets of the organization, and when all individuals are also having their individual goals, but it's very important to achieve the organizational goals. Now this is always happening with the interaction by the verbal communication, and in that way you can motivate them towards getting the targets achieved. This is very important. Now, what is the theories of motivation? We'll see. Theories of motivation. Various psychologists have studied human behavior. Now, you know that a lot of psychologists are studying human behavior, and as in the concept of motivation, the first thing we have seen that the motivation is nothing but a psychological part, is concerned with the mindset. So, it is concerned with the mind. So, when we talk about that, there are various psychologists have studied human behavior and have formalized their findings in the form of various motivational theories. These motivational theories provide insight into the way how the people they behave and what motivates them. So, now we are going to see the theories of motivation. Here again, try to understand one thing. One formula of a motivation never works for everybody. A single formula never works for everybody. So, we need to have the customized work. We need to have the customized interaction. We need to have the customized formula for the motivation as far as every employee is concerned. This is very, very important to understand. Now, we will go ahead and we will see that what are the theories of motivation. There are so many theories of motivation, but one person stands tall in this, that is Maslow. First of all, we will read and we will just get the list of the theories of motivation, then we will go ahead. First is Maslow. So, Maslow is what you can say, ultimately he laid a foundation towards going down to the theories of motivation. Then second is Alderfer, then third is Herzberg, then the fourth is McClelland, then fifth is Vroom, and the last one is theory Z. I should not say last one, because still there is a lot of evolution going in the world of motivational analysis. And when we say of the world of motivational analysis, lot of people are coming and adding to the they are contributing towards the theories of motivation. But these 6 theories, Maslow's, Alderfer's, Herzberg's, McClelland's, Vroom and theory Z, have contributed a lot up till now as far as the motivational pattern of the employees concerned there in the organization. So, my dear friends, now once we should understand that you will be leading the team. When you will be leading the team, ultimately in the organization, what you should look for, how you should look ahead, how you should look at your employees, and then after getting that, reading them properly, you can motivate them. So, first of all, we will go to the first theory. This is very, very important to understand, that is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow has mentioned about one thing. It is very, very interesting to say that Maslow has mentioned about the hierarchy of needs. His hierarchy of needs talks about this is a theory of motivation which states that 5 categories of human needs dictate an individual behavior. Here the very important word is that needs. What dictates human behavior? Needs dictates human behavior. Suppose if you are thirsty, then definitely you are inclined to get water. Unless you get water, you will never be happy. Unless you get water, you will never be satisfied. You will be unsatisfied. So, you are motivated, you are directed, your behavior is directed or dictated by the need. If you are hungry, then definitely you need, hungry means what? Need of a food. When you are hungry, you are going towards and you are trying to get the best restaurant. You are opening your tiffin in the office, or if you are reaching to the cafeteria. So, the need dictates the individual's behavior. This is very, very important to understand, and that is what the underlying line of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So, needs, now Maslow has mentioned about 5 categories of needs, then we will see the hierarchy also. The first category is talking about that physiological needs. We will see this in detail again. First of all, we will see which are these 5 categories. The second is talking about safety needs. The third category is about love and belonging needs. The fourth category talks about esteem needs. And the fifth category talks about self-actualization needs. Now, we will see the hierarchy, and in that hierarchy, we will see that how these needs dictates the behavior of the employee. Now, this is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We can say this is a pyramid, wherein we can say there are the needs which talks about the physiological needs. This is the first one, and these are known as the basic one. Once you talk about the physiological needs, you talk about that food, shelter, water, all these things, clothing are the basic needs. So, as per the Maslow's hierarchy, he thinks and he has propounded this theory in such a way that people behave as per where they are there in the hierarchy of the needs. Suppose one person is not having a proper food with him, one person is not having a proper shelter or not proper clothing with him, definitely he will try to work very hard to earn money and to fulfill at least and basically his basic needs. This is very, very important. This needs to be understood here. See, unless an person satisfies his basic needs, means food, shelter, then water, we get water, food, shelter and clothing, this is very, very important, and even love, getting love, affection is very, very important. But again, we are going to see that in a different manner. Then when we talk about this as the first basic need, there is a second basic need we talk about is that safety needs. Basic needs and safety needs, that is physiological needs and safety needs, both combined together are known as basic needs. When we talk about the safety needs, once the person is achieving and satisfied with his basic needs, that is physiological needs, ultimately having a good shelter, what may be in the rent, having a food at least in a proper way, stored there in a storeroom, and then having a clothing properly, then that person looks ahead with a different, that is the next need, and that next need is nothing but the safety need. This safety net talks about that. If do you have now after achieving and satisfying your all physiological needs, do I have any additional funds, surplus funds with me? If I have to be hospitalized myself, do I have any kind of a funds with me? Am I having any insurance? Am I having any health insurance? So these are the needs wherein we talk about safety needs. The person who is there achieving the physiological needs ultimately is getting that towards achieving his safety needs. Then he may be whatever money he is earning after satisfying his physiological needs, he may be spending that in getting insurance, life insurance, then getting the basic health insurance, then ultimately having a proper balance there in the bank, and then ultimately having this in investing in certain things. So this is nothing but a safety needs. Once he is getting and he is thinking that his safety needs are being achieved, then ultimately he will be moving towards the next need, that is nothing but esteem needs. Esteem need is that, see, basically here we need to understand one thing, that human being is a person who stays there in a team, right from that evolution of human mankind. If you say human beings are always stayed in the groups, when they are staying in the group, nobody wants to get aloof from the roof, and once the people are saying that they are the part of the group, they say that I should belong to the group. The group member should say that yes, this member is belong to me. That kind of affection should be shown to them. So when we talk about that esteem needs, ultimately they talk about that we are achieving in the next session. Thank you. So nice of you.